to the Quality of Life podcast. My name is Erin Olson, and I am a businesswoman and mother who has been studying personal growth for over 15 years. I've tried almost all of the habits and hacks out there. My goal is to use my real-life experience to show you which tricks and habits make the biggest changes to your quality of life with the least amount of time and energy on your part. We will cover everything from habits to hacks, fitness to family, and everything in between. Now, let's dive on into today's topic. Hey guys, it's Erin Olson. Today, I am going to be talking with you about a little thing that is clearing your mind. That 80s song or 90s song, free your mind and the rest will follow. That song always comes to mind when I think about this topic. And it's so funny because, you know, it's a topic that really, we all have mind fog and clutter in our brains. I don't know if it's worse for me because I'm a little bit older and I've been a mom and I've had so many things to remember in my mind, but I get really distracted. My focus is really hard to keep hold of, and I am having a hard time. Well, I was having a hard time keeping track of all of the things I had to do. And I would wake up in the middle of the night sweating and fearing the fact that I might have forgot something. Well, if that sounds anything like you, I have a simple hack that can probably change your life. Like, it's so easy, stupid simple is what I like to say. But before I get into that, I want to ask you, how did your homework go on gratitude? Last week, I gave you the homework of going to bed at night and thinking about what went well today. Well, I'm hoping that actually was implemented and that you guys feel so much better about your day and it's not as bad as it all seems. I hope that you started implementing the switching into gratitude when you start to complain. And I hope that when you get up in the morning, that's the first thing in your brain is how grateful you are for this day. Now, here is the little hints on clearing your mind. So a long time ago, I should have looked back, but I'm pretty sure it's been at least 4 years. I started carrying a notebook. And the reason I started carrying a notebook is because I had listened to either an audiobook or a podcast that talked about the brain dump or a mind dump and how just that one thing can help increase your ability to focus in your ability to think about the things that are the most important in your life. It can help you to increase productivity and prioritize things the way that they should be prioritized. So a mind dump is where you sit down with no music, no sounds going in your ears, with a piece of paper, and you start just writing whatever comes to your mind. Not in any sort of list or just think of all of your thoughts, your feelings, all of your to-dos, and just write them down as fast as you can. And it's really hard to do the first time because you feel kind of dumb. If I'm being completely honest, I felt really dumb. Like, why am I writing all this down? And so I set a timer for 5 minutes. And I wrote for 5 minutes. Even if I couldn't think of something to write, I would just start writing words. And you can do it in sideways or upside down and in a different color, whatever. But don't try to organize anything. And don't try to make any sense of it. I just want you to set your timer for 5 minutes, and I want you to write everything that comes out of your head. If you're driving or on the treadmill or stair climber, I probably wouldn't suggest you do this now, but there is something you can do. If you go to your voice memos on your phone, you can record this. And you can sit there and there's a handy dandy timer that will count how fast how much time you've covered. And that timer, if you just start talking about all the things in your head. Oh my gosh, I got to make dinner. What am I going to make for dinner? Oh crap, Timmy's got to go to basketball practice and I think I have something else going on that day. oh, I really should start doing yoga. Maybe I should drink more water. This list can go on and on and on. And it's amazing what happens when you get it out of your head. So when I first started doing that practice, I would do that every morning before I spent time either reading my Bible or meditating or my exercising. And holy crap, does it make my day so much better. So when you do start writing it down, you'll find that there is a theme a lot of times. And you'll get through all of your to-dos and you'll get to like what's the most important thing that you have to take care of today and your priority. And it will really help you to organize when it's in front of you and not in you. Just write it down. It's crazy. I feel like for me personally, I write down everything I have to do. Not just that day, but like that year, that week, that month, that minute, oh, today I'm going to write down, oh, I have to do another podcast, basically is what my to-do list is right now. And what this does is it clears your brain. It gets all of the I have to out. And it puts it in a place where you can look at it objectively instead of just ruminating on the same thought over and over and over again. I don't know if you're like me where you'll get a thought in your brain about something you have to remember to do. And then by the time that you get to the point where you're ready to do it, you can't remember. I used to wake up in the middle of the night remembering crap that I should have done and just feeling like such a failure. Just like clearing the cache on your computer or defragmenting your computer. I'm using a computer because our brain works similar to a computer. It doesn't multitask really well, which is why having all of this clutter bouncing around in your head doesn't help you move forward very well. So, just like doing that, this practice will so change your mind. And what I found is that it was easiest for me to carry a small notebook with me all the time. Now, this is, as time has gone on, I have added different colors to my notebook, but not like you would think. Like, usually each day is a different color. And the only reason I do that is so that I can tell the difference between day to day. I always date my lists and my mind dump. And to be completely honest, I put a few things on that to-do list that I know that I'm going to do or that I've already done so that I can check them off because it makes me feel better. High achievers, I think, tend to do that. If not, that's what I'm going to go with anyways. But once you start doing that, it allows you to have way more creative energy, creative thoughts. It helps you to really let go of the fear that you're going to forget something. It also helps make it so that you don't have so many things vying for attention in your brain that you can't give any one of them full attention. So it helps you to be a little more present. So my homework for you this week is to get yourself a little notebook and find a time where you can carve away 5 minutes. Even if it's your first 5 minutes at work, don't tell anybody, but it'll make you more efficient at work. The best time to do it is before you look at your phone, before you get on any of the social media, before you really start to consume a lot of information, because what that does is that actually builds on the clutter and you won't be able to receive it very, very well. So take your notebook and carry it with you everywhere. Put it next to your bed at night, because a lot of times when I would have that fear that I forgot something, if I was able to look over, grab my notebook, even if I couldn't see it, if it was the middle of the night, I would just scribble a couple words so that I could go back to sleep. Because holy crap, when you start thinking of all the crap you forgot when you're in the middle of the night, it is so hard to get back to sleep. And then you're sitting there waiting for the alarm clock to go wake you up and tell you it's time to go, even though you haven't slept since you thought about that one thing. So get yourself a notebook, keep it by your bed, keep it in your pocket. I got one that was small enough to put in my purse for the longest time. And date your day and spend 5 minutes, set a timer, and make sure that you just write everything. Another tip would be to take highlighter pens and put all of your to-dos in one color so that you can see without having to really read everything what are your to-dos. And then you can always prioritize them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how important they are. Here's your homework. get your notebook, start doing a mind dump, and clear your mind, and the rest will follow. I look forward to helping you guys next week, and I hope you guys come back and I haven't scared you away with all this clutter. Decluttering. Yes, decluttering. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Be sure to check us out on the Quality of Life podcast, Facebook and Instagram pages, and our website, theerinolson.com, for downloads and more information. That is TheErinolson.com. Stay up to date by joining our email newsletter. Together, we can improve all of our quality of life.